Hello, my name is Jonathan Cannon, and want to do another review on a product I've purchased for my Jeep. And so we'll take a look inside here real quick. Alright, so getting in and out of the Jeep, I originally purchased these grab handles right here that you can see hanging from the Jeep. These are from Quadratec. Well made, excellent handles, but I find that I almost never use them when I'm getting in and out of the Jeep. And so I began looking at other grab handles that people have used and found that these ones right here on this corner are a common and grab handle for people to buy and put in their Jeeps. And then I started reading all the reviews, because you can buy them anywhere from fairly inexpensive, about $10 or $12 per handle, all the way up to $70, $80, or $100 plus for different handles. And so I went on Amazon, where so many of us go to shop anyway, and found a set of handles that I have included here on the video that you can read and in the description. and I went ahead and installed them. Now it's interesting, as I read the different handles, a number of companies sold a handle that had this wild boar written on the actual grip on the side of it. And they all look the same, and I'm guessing they probably are all the same. But it's interesting, as you read through the reviews, a lot of them said they're extremely hard to install, or they bump into the microphone that's up here in the side of the vehicle. And so I was really nervous and hesitant because of some of those reviews. And there were a lot of reviews on them. So I finally settled on one that was a kit of front and back handles. And so I've already installed them, so you're not going to get to see them installed, but to be honest with you, they weren't really all that hard to install. I did run into one problem, and it was my own fault. I goofed up, and which required a little work to fix, but I got it installed, and everything seems to be working beautifully. So come on in a little closer, and I will show you exactly how they work. So when I'm getting in the vehicle, I reach up with my left hand, and I grab it, and it makes it really easy to pull myself in. But I think everybody can figure that out on their own. Here's really how this works. So it's just you can see the shape here, and it's got a hex head Allen wrench that goes right here into the existing bolt that is in the A-pillar here. And then it has one that comes right here and goes up into an existing bolt hole right here beside the support, or the bracket and brace for the sun visor here. And it's a little challenging to see because of the light, but this is obviously a rounded bar, and this spacer that they include is flat. Now the challenge I read, everybody talked about the driver's side being so difficult. And what I found is it's really not all that difficult, but you have to do the bolts, I'll say, in a simultaneous manner. Or in other words, you can't screw this bolt in and then do this bolt. So what I did is I put the bolt in and held it awkwardly in place with my finger, just like this. And then I used my other hand and I put the bolt in and I held it awkwardly here, so that they were both into the spacer, but not necessarily sticking out the back of the spacer. And then I slipped it up into place, holding those two. And once I had it into place, I was able to then take one, push it on in, and start it, and start screwing it in. And then I was able to take the other, push it in, and start it, and start screwing it in. And it's a little interesting, because as you do that, they feel like you're going to strip them out, because or that you're screwing them in incorrectly, and they're gonna go in crooked. But if you're real careful, as you hold them up together, they don't actually do that. You're able to go ahead and get them tightened up. And then I just took the Allen wrench and I tightened them on up. And so the driver's side and passenger side were equally the same in how that worked. And so strength-wise, They're nice and solid. Not really a problem with strength at all. Not worried about that. And they make a huge difference, especially for my wife, who never really liked this handle, and it's just in the wrong spot for when you're really trying to get in and out. I mentioned a set of 4 because they also have the ones in the back, and those look like this right here. So you can see this handle is just like this. You grab it, you come in, and you can grab it up there, and it bolts in through these 2 bolts here. Now, in order to do this, they give you the same hex head Allen screws, and when you take out the existing screws, this speaker brace right here, this speaker brace wants to drop on you. So you have to awkwardly hold that while you put this up there and screw that in, or you have to get somebody else in there to hold it while you screw that in. You put that in, put these screws in. Now what happened that I said at the beginning where I screwed up is that I didn't torque them, and I thought, well, I'll just get them nice and snug. And when I did that on the other side, I actually got it so snug that I snapped the bolt, and I snapped it in the hole that is up in the roll cage. I had to buy a reversing drill bit and work to take the bolt out, or the broken part of the bolt out, which actually worked out pretty well because the vehicle is still new, or fairly new. And once I did that, I bought 2 new bolts and screwed them back up in there on that other side, and that one went in well. So once again, pretty easy. You just reach up, you grab it, and it allows you to get in, and a little easier, gives you something to hang on to, so it's not so awkward. So pretty pleased with them. We'll see how they last long term. I really have no complaints at this point. Price was good, as you can see from the description. It was very reasonably priced, and they actually fit quite beautifully. I just can't agree with all the reviews that I see unless there's a lot of discrepancy in the quality of the manufacturing, but it's just a metal bar. I just can't agree with all the reviews that say it's really hard to install, or that they don't fit and they hit things. That was not the experience I had, and so if others have had that experience, I'm not sure what could have caused that. Thank you for watching, and if you like what you see, please subscribe, and you'll see other product reviews as I take a mind to do them. Thank you.